So I'm all for adults doing whatever they want to do to their own bodies because that is their choice and that is their right. I have an issue when certain surgeries and certain, lifestyles get pushed onto children. And everybody wants to talk about the glamour side of, transitioning and the good things and the great things that happen to you when you're trans, but nobody ever wants to talk about the bad things that happen. So I think it's only fair that if these people are allowed to push this type of narrative onto children, then we have every right to show these children exactly what happens and what goes on and what the process is like of these surgeries. I think is only fair. And if you don't, then I don't know what your problem is, but remember, freedom of speech, our First Amendment, we're allowed to, say whatever we want. Not only that, you guys are all about educating people, and you need to be more educated, and you need to educate yourself. Well, this is a form of education. So I think it's only fair that children and anybody who decide that they want to transition sees what happens. Now, this video that I have for you is from a medical website. It's not nothing that's, fear-mongering made by the right wing to bring trans rights down or whatever the fuck these people are talking about. No, it's an actual video, not of a person, but of a digital recreation of the process of M2F surgery. So the, creating your woo-ha, those designer Birkin bags these queens are talking about, even though it's just a chopped up, faces of horror knockoff. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, here is the video. And TikTok, this is for educational purposes only. Literally, I am trying to educate people on what the process is like for these surgeries. So if you take this down, or if people actually complain about it and strike me for community guidelines, that just proves the point that has been screamed for the past 5 years. This isn't for children. And that you're silencing people who you don't agree with. You're silencing people who don't believe hold, lock, and key to everything you guys do. So, and for the record, just because I vote conservative doesn't mean that I'm 100% full-blown conservative. I'm not. That's just a misconception that I get because I support Trump and I believe that we should have closed borders and I want lower taxes and I don't think you should be grooming children and I think that, everybody should be accountable for their own lives and we shouldn't be living on the government and we should have less government and, people should mind their fucking business and live and let live like everybody wants to, but a certain sect of this community and a certain sect of these ideologues don't want you to. Only when you're living their truth and their life and their reality is it okay? No. I vote conservative, but I believe in, liberal things. I think people should be who they want to be. I think you should do whatever you want to do as long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as we don't have to pay for it ourselves. Now, that being said, there's certain just lines you don't cross in a society. We have societal rules, like don't be an asshole, respect your elders, protect children, protect your elderly, like just basic rules we have in a society that keep us functioning. And I think we're losing that. And I think we're to the point that if we don't come back, we are completely screwed as a country. It's not homophobic or transphobic to hold someone accountable. It is not homophobic or transphobic to be attracted to what you're attracted to. Okay? It's called preferences, and we all have one. And preferences is not phobic. Okay? It's not. But I digress. We'll cover that in another video. But here you go. Here's one I wanted to show you. Children, beware. If you're having thoughts of things, reach out to your parents and to professional people, not activists, not social media people, not the TikTok, none of that. Just reach out to professionals and your parents. They should know. Well, here you go, guys.